Top 10 anime like Deatte 5-Byou did battle.
では単刀直入に申します。あなた方がここでなすべきことはただ一つ。そのカウンターを1億まで回すこと、すなわち。
The first anime on our list is, at number 10, Nakanohito Jinomei. The protagonist named Irede Akatsuki is a regular player of a game called Nakanohito Jinomei. It's all smooth and fun until he somehow manages to unlock some extraordinary hidden content in this game. And interestingly, this hidden content is basically a version of this game set in real life. Just like that, his everyday gaming life was never going to be the same. When he wakes up, he realizes he was abducted and dropped off at an odd yet strangely familiar place together with a bunch of other folks. All of them have their own areas of specialty when it comes to games, and before long, they will come to know the weird way this game will proceed.
こちらは過去、あなた方と同じようにダダをこねたお方です。仲間たちが達成できなかったこともつゆ知らず、来るはずもない迎えをずっと。
At number 9, we have Killing Bites. College student named Yuyuna Nomoto is peer pressured by his not-so-good friend into abducting a high school girl, or rather, he was unaware of the scene until right before the moment they were kidnapping a girl. However, when they do find a young high school beauty, everything falls into chaos. The girl is Hitomi Yuzaki, and within few instances, she brutally murders every single one of Yuya's friends who tried to lay a finger on her. As for Yuya, he has his living daylights scared out of him, especially considering how he was never his intention to abduct a high school girl in the first place. But Hitomi is not so forgiving. She makes him drive to his sketchy destination and then wagers his organs as the grand prize for a battle to death of two human-animal hybrids. But this was still just the beginning of the chaotic life that awaited him.
性別も体格差も関係ねえ。牙の鋭い方が勝つ。それがキリングバイツだ。
Number 8, Gleepnir. The story follows a well-rounded high school student named Shuichi. He is one of those dudes who somehow manages to excel at everything, be it at their studies, sports, or social life. However, beneath his somewhat charismatic and calm composure, there is a dark secret that he is too afraid to tell anyone. Or rather, even if he told someone, it's not likely they would believe him. It's like this: his body turns into a horrifying mascot character from time to time. As for why this exactly happens, he has no idea. Be that as it may, his life takes another twisted turn when he saves a young girl from a burning storage house. Her name is Claire Aoki, and she is able to become his accomplice. Number 7, Bus Gamer. This is a 3-episode long story that features 3 protagonists: Mishiba Toki, Nakajio Nobuto, and Saito Kazuo. While their personalities and the life they have lived up to this point is entirely different from each other, all 3 of them have one thing in common, and it's that they are in dire need of money. It's not just a want, it's a need. Though they get a shot at getting their life back on track when they are given a chance to compete in a sketchy game called the Bus Game. It mostly comes down to being an illegal dogfight, but that's not the extent of it, as you'll find out once you get into this short story.
Hot damn! This must be the grand finale!
Number 6, Alice in the Borderland. Here we have yet another 3-episode long series. You can also think of it as an hour or so long movie. The story revolves around the protagonist named Ryohei Arisu. He is a normal, ambitionless high school student who couldn't care less about his meaningless everyday life. He wants nothing but to escape from it all. Fortunately, the change he sought comes sooner than later. But is it really for the best? One night, as he is out with his two friends, they witness a ridiculously large firework shoot into the sky. Little did they know that this would permanently alter the trajectory of their lives. They're suddenly transported to a place called Borderland and have to participate in a survival game with their lives on the line.
Talk about a burst of adrenaline! This game is really starting to get fun. I mean, I'm seriously getting amped up to rock this shit, Arisu.
Alright guys, a quick question for you. What are your top 10 survival game animes? Share your favorites in the comment section down below and maybe I'll make a video about them. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. Well then, let's get back to the list. Number 5. Tower of God. Tower of God is one of those long-running fantasy epics that gradually develop their world building and narrative. The anime adaptation might have disappointed a lot of people, mostly because of how rushed and superficial it was, but the manhwa is extraordinary in its approach when it comes to storytelling. That's why I recommend people to watch the anime, and if you like the premise and the characters, you won't go wrong with the manhwa. It only gets better. As for the plot, there is this magnanimous tower, which is basically an entire world in and of itself. People are chosen by the tower to climb it. They are called regulars, and if they can reach the top, they can get anything they want in life, be it wealth, fame, pride, whatever. However, there are also those who come from outside the tower. These people are called irregulars, and their very existence is a threat to the order of the tower. Number 4. Classroom of the Elite. There is this school which only ever admits the most exceptional of all students, and even they are further divided into 4 sections: A, B, C, and D. There is discrimination between the students of different classes. Class D suffers the most, while Class A is one which always receives the most favorable treatment. The protagonist, named Ayana Koji, is a student of Class D, and an interesting thing about him is that he intentionally performed average on the exams. He is a mysterious man with equally mysterious past. But one thing is for sure, what happens at this school, he is the one pulling the strings.
でも私、堀北さんとも友達になりたいの。協力してもらえないかな。
協力って言っても。
ダメかな。
At number 3, we have Danganronpa the animation. Adapted from a game, Danganronpa is a story that takes place in a prestigious high school academy. Just like the previous anime, it only accepts the most talented of all students. Every student that gets admitted also receives their own specific title, and of the 15 students that are admitted this year, there is only one who is laughably ordinary in almost every manner. He gets the title of Super High School Level Luck. Everyone is looking forward to their school life, but it all changes when the principal introduces them to the game they all are about to play. It gets worse when they realize how they have to murder their fellow classmates to survive.
期待に胸を膨らませてやってきたこの学園は希望の学園なんかじゃなかった。ここは絶望の学園だったんだ。
こんなのバカなゲームじゃないか。やってやる。
Number 2, Darwin's Game. Darwin's Game is a real-life gaming at survival mode. The protagonist, named Soruo Kaname, is someone who lost his friend, and then a series of instinctive decisions led him to downloading the game. He opens the app while he is at high school, and a snake comes swirling out of the screen to bite his neck. He later disregards the experience as a hallucination, but when his curiosity gets the better of him and he opens the app once more, he realizes what's really at stake. This is a survival game, and while you can make stupid amounts of money with it, you'll never know if you'd survive another day. Soruo Kaname realizes this the hard way after losing yet another friend to this game. Now, how will he survive?
おい、そこのお前、止まりなさい。
あなたのためを思って言ってるの。いいから今は出てってくれよ。
Number 1. Bitum. Bitum follows two protagonists, naming Ryota and Himiko. Ryota is a young adult who has no job and is living with his mother. He doesn't really have any achievements either, except the fact that he is the greatest player of an online game called Bitum. Meanwhile, Himiko is a younger, rather socially awkward kind of girl who unintentionally gets tricked into getting her friends sexually abused by a popular band. She runs off and brings in security, but it was already too late. Her friends had been done in. Now, Ryota, who has nothing but gaming skills, and Himiko, who has lost her will to live, they both get trapped on an island along with many others. Before long, Ryota realizes that this is a real-life version of his favorite game, and now, unless one kills 7 other participants, they can't return home. The survival race begins. Alright guys, what are your thoughts on these animes? Have you watched them? Are you planning on watching them? Share your thoughts in the comments down below. Press that like button if you enjoyed the video, subscribe, and leave a comment saying I subscribed, and I'll personally reply to your comment. Also, don't shy away from sharing an anime or two that could be on this list. Well then, I'll see you guys on my next video.